Hello, Brandon Carey here once again, and today we are playing a game that I have purchased on Steam for $3. It is called Vampire Survivors, and it is probably the best $3 I've ever spent on a video game. Because I have put, according to my Steam, 17 hours into it so far. And basically, it's a game where you really only use the arrow keys, or I guess in this case, WASD, and enter and escape to thumb through the controls. If you're not familiar with this game, and you probably aren't because it's relatively new, it is kind of like a bullet hell, except instead of bullets, it's zombies, but also occasionally there are bullets on the screen. Let's just get started. Got your choice. I've unlocked a couple of characters. I've played this game for quite a bit. As I stated earlier, I'm gonna use this new one I unlocked, Llama Ladonna. And we're going to start... We get to choose a stage to play on. We're going to actually... I think we're going to do the first stage because it's a little easier. Turn off hyper mode. And you get this randomizer. And basically, my objective is to kind of stay alive. And you see, I have like a set of weapons. Like I'm getting experience by killing these enemies and collecting their soul crystals or whatever these gems are. I am actually not controlling the weapon. The weapon fires on its own. All I am doing is moving and making choices as to how my character develops over the course of the run. So whenever I level up, like, you get to choose between one of the weapons that you can add to your arsenal. You can carry up to 6 active weapons and 6 passive bonuses on you. And as you flesh out your character in the run, the enemies get a little harder. They drop more experience, and your objective is kind of to stay alive as long as you can. And if you survive the entire 30 minutes, the stage is over and you just die automatically. And there's a lot of side objectives to complete along the way. Like, there's a list of objectives that you complete. If you're familiar with Prey Mooncrash, for example, there's an objective list there. That is how you actually progress through the game. And it's very similar here, where you have an objective list which you need to fulfill to really, like, make progress at the game and get new unlockables, new weapons, and characters to play as. And by doing that, you can go in with new items and continue and get new variants, playstyles. Until you've unlocked everything, of course. I haven't yet. I'm still in the middle of making progress through the game. I haven't quote-unquote beat it as of right now. But this is kind of the core fundamental loop of the game, is just stay alive, level up, get stronger and stronger so that you can keep living. You can avoid dying. I'm gonna get that garlic, because garlic is one of my favorite power-ups in this game. It is just an area of effect around you that does damage whenever it connects with an enemy, which makes it way easier to stay alive, especially in the early game. Not so much in the late game, but in the early game, having this extra damage going out can keep enemies from hurting you. Because there's that health bar you see under my character. This is an actually interesting mechanic. You see where it says Evo, because I have the Ruin Tracer item, this is telling me that if I pick up this armor, my Ruin Tracer can potentially evolve over the course of the run when it's maxed out. So I'm going to get this armor so I can enable that evolution later. But I had to first max out the level of that item before it can evolve. And you don't... That game doesn't actually tell you what evolves what until you've actually discovered it for yourself. But since I've already done this in a prior run, I already have that information available to me. Let's keep leveling up this axe. What I try to do typically is hold out on picking new items until I can find ones that evolve the ones I currently have. Or ones that I'm looking for to complete a quest. And that's kind of been a way that's helped me so far. Now, obviously, when you kill a super enemy, you can drop a chest, and when you want to evolve a weapon, the way you would do it is if you would max out a weapon's power, you would pick up a chest, and the chest would contain the evolved form of that weapon. So now I've got another level for the Ruin Tracer, so that's level 2 out of 8. And we're still holding out for the upgrades items for our whip and our garlic and our axe. Which may be a while. We might not even get them. If we don't, we'll just settle for what we can pick up. Which, sometimes it does happen. And there's nothing you really do about that. Like, here we don't have a choice that we had to take something. I'm gonna pick up the Spellbinder so that my axes stay out on the screen for a little longer. And my Ruin Tracer. And if we get a magic book later, we can evolve it with the Spellbinder. We'll increase the armor level. Protection is actually pretty good in this game because it means you can take a few more hits that would otherwise kill you. The axe is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Although, we haven't gotten to the tougher enemies in this run yet. We're only 4 minutes in, and this is a 30-minute run. But this is the game. The game is... You see, now we're starting to get a little... Quite a few enemies here. Do I keep upgrading the armor? Yes. I really don't want to commit to another weapon yet. Because you can only hold 6. And so, once you get that 6th weapon, you can't get any more new weapons. And I want to keep my options open as long as I possibly can. Which does also ultimately result in, like, just much higher level equipment than you probably should have at this point in the run. But that is fine by me. This axe is already doing a lot of damage. And you get another axe upgrade from that chest. Which should increase... Yep, it's just a base damage increase this time. This has actually been a pretty good run so far, even though, like, admittedly it's only just started, but I've had runs that have already gone south at this point in the game, so I'm relieved that we're getting a really pretty high damage output this early in the game, this early in the run. Get some more experience. Level up the whip. Get the whip hurting a bit more. Alright. This is doing pretty good for us. Come on. Come on. Okay. Starting to get a little crowded here, but nothing that's unmanageable yet. See, now we're starting to get a little scary. But that, so far, it is fine. Because this axe actually does a pretty good job of clearing out the things above me and immediately below me with its arc. And damage output. Another whip upgrade. That's good for us. And the garlic does a good job of keeping away the smaller enemies. We do also have a regen stack, so if we take a little bit of damage, it should be fine. Combined with our armor, means we shouldn't be hemorrhaging a lot of HP. But every bit of protection helps. It's nice to have the garlic with these bat swarms. Duplicator is a good passive, so even though it's not going to upgrade anything I have, I do want to take it. Just a good passive to have active. We are leveling up a little bit. Axe has been level 7. The cap for all items is level 8, so Axe is almost maxed out. Which means at some point we're going to have to stop upgrading it and start either upgrading other shit with our level ups, or start committing to choices. So now we have to commit to an item that I don't really want to commit to. Spinach is a damage upgrade, so we're just going to go with that for now. And hope that we get some evolution items later. I will admit that the 10% damage boost is significant. So I'm not entirely unhappy with that. Okay, that's the candelabra to upgrade the axe. We're going to take that, actually, instead of upgrading the Ruin Tracer. Because we want to get the axe upgrade. Which, if we can level up the axe one more time, I'm pretty sure it's at level, yes, it's level 7. The next chest we open will contain the upgrade for the axe. And that will dramatically increase our survivability in the run. Hopefully we can make it to the 30 minutes, because I actually have a goal to get 30 minutes with this particular character. Alright. We are doing it. We are surviving. We are a vampire survivor. And you also notice there's like a lot of these items and equipment are just straight from Castlevania. Which I don't mind. I think that's pretty cool. Taking some damage. Ooh, this is not great. This is pretty bad, actually. I want to keep that chest available until I've leveled up and gotten the axe upgrade. We'll take the lightning ring because it will upgrade with our duplicator. It's not the upgrade I want to see, though. Oh, this is not good. I'm gonna give myself some healing. Try to get this big guy out of the way, too. Hold up for a second here and get some damage out. Come on. Oh, this is not good. We are recovering our HP, though. So, there's our axe upgrade. Now we can get the upgraded version of the axe, the evolved version of the axe, once we open this chest up here. Now this should be the axe upgrade, since we have the candelabra and the evolved and the max level. Oh, no! What? No, max is... Okay, why didn't it drop the upgrade? Maybe if I kill something else. Oh, look at it. This is a big chest. This might have 5 items in it. Also, the person who developed this game used to work on gachas. Yeah, there's our upgrade to the axe, the scythe, the death spiral, which does this instead of the axe. Well, now we're kind of locked into this build. Oh, I didn't get the wings, so I can't upgrade the Shadow Pennon. Oh well. The upgraded axe, at the very least, will be a significant boon to us. So let's try to get this Ruin Tracer leveled up. Oh, and the Fire Wand will level with our spinach, so we'll take that. You want to try to get as many evolved items as you possibly can. Because the more evolved items you have, the better odds you have of surviving. So your goal at this point, once you can start doing this much damage, is to get as much experience as you possibly can from the enemies you kill. And use that experience to level up as fast as possible and get as much upgrades as you possibly can to maximize your late game survivability. I usually go for weapon upgrades over passive upgrades until I've maxed out my weapons, because the damage output is really one of the big keys to staying alive. If you can kill things, then it's harder for them to kill you in turn. The Upcarrier is probably an exception because that creates more projectiles, which does do more damage. I'm going for the Lightning Ring over the Whip, because the Lightning Ring can evolve and the Whip cannot. Because I don't have the evolve item for the Whip. And so the idea there is that if I can evolve the Lightning Ring, I will be able to just do a little bit more damage than I would with a fully upgraded Whip. I will admit, opening a chest in this game feels really fucking good. Because of the way they handle it with the gacha. Because this is not really a gacha game. This game costs $3 and that's all the money it ever takes from you. Like but the feeling of like, I'm opening a loot chest, that still feels good even if you're not actually paying money to open the chest. So you look at this, like, I should be swarmed right now, but I am just having the time of my life. I incorrectly picked the Candelabra. I probably should have picked the Ruin Tracer. That's okay. One mistake should not kill your game. These werewolves are eating my ass, and I don't like it. But thankfully, the upgraded axe, the Death Sickle, is kind of buttressing these enemies keeping them from doing any actual damage. Hey, Wyvern. It's a good time to hydrate, so I will take that hydrate. Give me 1 second. I'm glad you enjoyed that game, because I'm addicted to this one. Vampire Survivors. Cheers. And we will pick the Ruin Tracer, because it is eligible for evolution. We want as many evolved items as we can possibly get. Ooh, these are both upgradable. I'll take the Lightning Ring, actually, though, because it's closer to being evolved. We are doing it. Get that whip upgrade. Now the Lightning Ring can evolve, so that's great. We made a lot of experience with that. A lot of XP. A lot of really good XP. Candelabra also extends the range of our garlic. And that's very nice. Oh, that's beautiful. This upgraded axe turning into the scythe like this, it is definitely keeping us alive. Ruin Tracer. You want that upgrade. If we can get one chest, we can upgrade the Lightning Ring. And the second chest will probably get us Ruin Tracer upgrade if we can just get a couple more level ups. Oh, here's the big wolf. This will give us a chest if we kill him. We are not scared by this big wolf. In fact, we are the alpha of this situation. We are not scared by you. We will not be curtailed by you. You will, in fact, drop a chest for us. Oh, there is a chest that dropped. We must have killed an alpha off-screen. Oh yeah, we killed him right little off-screen. Now let's see what we should get. I believe we should get an evolution at this point for the Lightning Ring. Yes. And now we'll do double damage. Or I guess we'll do damage twice. Whenever it shocks something. Yes, just like that. And we don't have enough upgrades to get another upgrade for the Ruin Tracer. We're almost there, so we'll need to get more chests later. But right now we are doing pretty good this run. This has actually been a pretty strong run. That's a max level Garlic. Level 7 Ruin Tracer, level 8 Ruin Tracer. Get the Spinach for the damage upgrade. Well, the Attract Warp is actually good to get more experience. So far, it's just staying alive. And getting as much XP as we can. Get this Fire One up so we can evolve it as well. Increase our damage output just that much further. We have a couple of things that are eligible for evolution. We want to make sure that they are all ready when the time comes. Fire wand. Fire wand. The armor is helping too. The armor combined with our passive regen gives us a little bit of extra survivability if we do get some scratches. They're not the end of the world. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, this is our weapon. As a reminder, I do not actually control the weapons, I only control my movement. So the weapons are firing on their own. My job is solely to position my character so that the weapons do as much damage as possible, and I don't take as much damage as I avoid as much damage as I possibly can. So that I can keep these waves at bay and potentially survive the full 30 minutes. Which is the actual goal. Among some of other side objectives. It is actually pretty amazing how addicting this little loop is. Oh, we have 3 items. So we might be... So we'll probably get at least 1 evolution here. Yeah, here's the evolution for the Rune Tracer. Plus the rest of our armor upgrades. It is now no future. Which explodes and does additional damage per explosions. Look at the particle effects go! Pretty lights! Killing everything in sight. Plus we have the spinach upgrade for our damage. We've got this fire torch shooting flames. And it is almost eligible for an upgrade. We have, looks like 3 upgraded weapons so far. And we can have at most 4 because of our items. So we're actually in a good position. We are almost fully kitted out for this run. It's a question of whether or not we can just survive the rest of the 30 minutes. There's 10 minutes left on the clock. Although the real baddies have not come out to play yet. That said, I'm fairly confident we should be able to make at least like most of the way, if not the whole way. I hope we make the whole way because we actually get a goal accomplished for getting the full 30 minutes. Oh, this is bullshit. Or it would be bullshit, I guess, if it weren't for the just amount of damage I am throwing out there against the Horde. Yeah, this is what I mean, where if you don't have the damage, things just get so much harder. If I didn't have the damage output I have right now, I would be in a very bad spot. But because I do, I am able to keep the Hordes at bay. And that is definitely helping. And this should be the Fire Wand upgrade. which will be our last weapon upgrade for this run. Yeah, there's the Fire 1 upgrade to the Hellfire, which will just pierce. With our area of effect upgrades, our projectiles are hitting more enemies and doing more damage. It is truly a pretty beautiful sight, I must say. Usually an alpha spawns with the flowers. I don't see one. I mean, there's this alpha bat, but that's not really a threat at this point in the game. The Attract Orb is doing quite a bit of work keeping my experience, helping me gain my experience. This is our last item upgrade for the run, and then it's just survival up until this point. Once you max out your kit, any future level ups can be used to get coins or health. And these coins that we keep picking up allow us to purchase character upgrades for future runs. I'll talk a bit more about that when we actually get to that part of the game. For now, though, just keep in mind that we do actually want as much money as we can get. So it is worth it to pick that coins over the health if we do not need the health. We are doing it. We've got 4 out of 6 evolved weapons, and the other 2 are still fully upgraded. Which means we are quite capable at this point. Hoping to survive the remaining 7 minutes on the clock. So far, so good. We are raking in the XP. Now we're at a pretty nice level, I must say. I'm not getting a lot of more XP. That always feels good. You really can't tell the person who did this worked on Gotcha games prior to this one. We're no longer at a nice level, but that's okay. More or less have free reign up until the point where the bullshit enemies start to show up. Even then, this is the earliest stage, so we might be able to, like, not worry about the bullshit enemies. That was a freeze power-up we picked up, which is really... It's nice when you're swarmed, but... If you're not swarmed, it's really not doing a whole lot of good for you. If you need the freeze, you're probably just not in a great place to begin with, to be honest with you. So it's not something I tend to prioritize. 5 minutes left on the clock. And we will have survived the entire encounter if it happens. That's some nice money to bring back with us too, win or lose. Which we can use to probably get an upgrade. Not many upgrades, because I'm at a point in the game where the upgrades is getting a little expensive. See if we can get this alpha plant out of the way. 'Cause you're the only one I'm truly concerned about. Alright. Really, again, the key to surviving this late in the run is to just have the damage. If you've got the DPS, you should be fine. We have the DPS, which is why we have this like area around us that is more or less clear and safe. We are absolutely 3.5 minutes left on the clock. And it looks like we should be fine, unless something really bad happens. These should be the late game enemies, and we are just kind of wiping the floor with them. The spirits coming in is not a threat because the spirits are weak. The threat is that they push everything forward. See, okay, even these mummies are not actually becoming a huge threat. Because we have so much burst. When our damage goes out, it goes out heavy. I would be concerned if we were getting swarmed, but I am noticing that we have a pretty comfortable breathing room and maneuverability in this run, so we should be okay. Oh, here they start bringing out the alphabets. Even now, we are, like, they're kind of closer. But we do still have maneuverability. There is still a pretty empty clearing that we can use. So I'm pretty confident. Of course, don't count your eggs before they roost, as the saying goes. Yeah, we do have a lot of knockback going on here. We can't really stay still, but we have plenty of room to move. And that is kind of our biggest advantage right now. Okay, now we're starting to get some bigger bats. We've only got to survive 1 more minute. Okay, now we're starting to get a little dangerous. But We do have room. We do still have room to maneuver. Swarm of lower level bats is not even an issue for us at this point. Taking a few scratches. Just got chest dropped earlier, but I can't really try to get around to it. It won't matter if I could, because you only have a couple seconds left on the timer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. And that's it. That is the Chivo for surviving 30 minutes with Llama. Thank you, Fire Whiskers. And now I have the Skullomaniac. As you can see, I've done pretty well so far. So this is how you make permanent progress in Vampire Survivors, is this little checklist of achievements. Each achievement you complete unlocks a new feature, like a new weapon, a new passive, a new character to start out with. And I have kind of been making my way through the game. I'm starting to get to the point where they're getting a little harder to complete, but so far, so good. We are making very steady progress, at least for me. Since we have some money, let's look at the upgrades. Don't really want the armor upgrades anymore. I have enough regen. So let's start getting some of these. Let's get an area upgrade. I want to upgrade my pickup range as well. And fortunately as well, if you ever decide that you upgraded poorly, at any point you can refund your upgrades and get all the money back you spent. But I'm fairly comfortable with my setup right now. Cooldown and amount was like the first thing I invested in. Like this build kind of skews heavily towards damage. Because more damage means more survivability. But there is some recovery here. Now, I want to try to upgrade the song that Papaya has. So we're actually going to play as her. We're going to go back to the Mad Forest for the second run of the evening. Because although I unlocked the Skullomania as a drop, which I need to upgrade her song, it's actually one that spawns in the middle of the map there in the top left. You'll see that skull. That's what I'll be going for. So I have two objectives. One, to upgrade the song to level 8. 2 is to get that Skullomania, or a Skullomania. The guns are pretty good, so we'll go for that. Hope we get the second gun later on in the run. Because the guns actually upgrade to something pretty good when they evolve. But our goal is to get that Skullomania and then the song to level 8 so that we can evolve it and then just check off another item off our list. I like the King Bible. I tend to like weapons that also function defensively as well as offensively. So stuff like the King Bible is a really good option for the kind of style that suits me. And get this bat killed, it would at least give us a little upgrade. We will upgrade the gun a little bit. And a upgrade to the Bible, which is not the song, so I'm a little annoyed, but we should still be fine. Because we've got an entire 30 minutes to level up this song to level 8 and get to the Skullomania. Drop a bit more upgrade, a little more levels, and you'd be great, please. And thank you. Okay, we'll get this Skullomania upgrade because that is kind of our priority. Or the Song of Mana, I guess, is what it's called. Farming these bats is not a bad idea right now, either. The Spellbinder will evolve our Holy Bible, so we will get that. I love this game. I can play this game for hours, and I have. I'll get the Spellbinder upgrade. Okay. This is actually a tough choice. I'm gonna go for the Area of Effect, actually. Because I should have enough XP just from playing to eventually max out. In worst case, I can always swap out for a Skullomania once I get to it. Just have to get to it is all. Okay, so the Bible we know is going to evolve at some point, so we'll just upgrade that. We do want to upgrade the Bible, because any evolved weapon is good, but the Bible is also particularly good. I don't want to commit if I don't have to, so I'm going to kick the Spellbinder upgrade. Because right now I don't have to commit to any new weaponry. I kind of want to keep my eyes open for the second gun. Because you need both guns at max level to upgrade them. Plus an item called the, I think it's called the Tiramisu. Someone will correct me on that, I'm sure. How close? We are getting closer to the Skullomania. It's in this direction. Be able to take some breaks. Okay. I do want to evolve the Shadow Pinion. I think I will take that. Does for these kind of an awkward movement pattern, but it does enough damage that it's more than worth it. Yeah, this is an item I just got recently called the Shadow Pinion. Basically, it does damage once I stop moving. It attacks like a spear once I stop moving. And it does damage based on how far I moved since the last time I stopped. So you want to just move, like, choose strategic points to stop so you can skewer enemies. Let's increase our area. Going for this Mantis to drop a chest. There we go. Now let's get an upgrade. So I am looking out for the wings as well, because the wings are the upgrade material for the Shadow Pinion. If I can get both of those knocked out in this one run, that would be really nice. Of course, Fate may disagree, but we will see. Zombies have a bit more health than the Riffraff, but that is fine. We have a decent damage output. I'm just gonna turn back a little, get some XP. Hopefully not quite a level up, but we are close to it. King Bible upgrade is nice, because if we get to level 8, we will upgrade to the evolved version, since we have the Spellbinder. So look out for a couple of things. Looking out for a Tiramisu, looking out for wings, looking out for a Skullomania. We are looking out for the other gun. So there are a couple of things that we could be settling for if we get for our next upgrade, if we find something that's new. It's just a matter of what we prefer to have. And I do have a couple of goals in mind. Alright, then none of these are what I want. But the upgrade to the Song of Mana is not the worst thing in the world. So we're not getting any new items, but we are getting upgrades to the song, which does a decent amount of damage with the extra area boost as well. And it is keeping the crowds relatively clear. I'm going to take... I think... I'm going to take the Lightning Ring, because I've seen it do really good long-term compared to the Whip. Well, the Whip is also a classic, with my projectile upgrades from my character experience, or from my gold from previous runs. The axe will evolve with the Candelabra, so we're going to go with that, which means we are locked out of upgrading the gun from here on out. But that is okay. I've already completed that goal in a previous run, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. And the Bibles are keeping the riffraff off our backs. Looks like we almost got them coming on all the time. And that's good to see. How close are we to Skullomania? We're getting closer. We are making it our way up there. So we are locking ourselves out of a potential upgrade with our choice here. I'm going to choose Spinach then, if that had to choose between three of them, because the extra damage will be invaluable to staying alive. Oh, come on! Oh, our damage is not high enough to keep going. We need that chicken for health. We need to increase our damage output. Oh, these bats are swarming me. I don't like it. Get to that chest, I can get an upgrade. Okay, now we're trapped here for a little while because we've hit the 10-minute mark. King James Bible upgrade is always good. Alright, nothing's in our way now. So we'll get this upgrade. Upgrade to our gun. It's nice. I feel like once I upgrade the Shadow Pinnin, I am not going to keep using it. We're going to go for the Candelabra so I can keep our passive upgrade slots open, because we do want those wings. And the Skullomania. Alright, that's an upgrade that we can use. It's always an upgrade to get out. You're always going to get an upgrade to something you already have is in the chest. So there's no need to worry about getting locked into a build because of a drop. You only have to make choices about new items when you level up. And they are choices. They are not something you have to take. Well, no, I guess you do have to at least take one. You can't, like, there are skips. But you don't really get those normally. We're almost at the Skullomania. A little worried about picking it up, though, because that will increase the aggression of enemies. Spinach does damage boost, and damage boost is always good. Oh, I do like to see some red numbers soon. Oh, tier. That won't. That would upgrade the gun if we had the other gun, but we don't, so we can't really use that. So I'm gonna instead go for the Song of Mana upgrade. Try to get some more damage output with what we already have in our arsenal. If we can get Song of Mana to level 8 before we get the Skullomania, that would be great, because that would guarantee our next thing would be the upgrade. Well, there are some red orbs here that we have not picked up yet, so we're going to go and start picking some of these up. How did these drop? I would pick the Skullomaniac, but I'm going to get one guaranteed, so it's probably better to get the Song of Mana up to level 8. I am looking for the wings as well for the Shadow Pinnin. Yeah, there are the numbers I want to see. I want to start seeing some red numbers. That indicates higher damage. Spinach is up, so that's more damage output. I think that's our last Spinach upgrade. That might be level 5, I think. Yeah, level 5. That's the cap for Spinach. Just not seeing those fucking wings. That's alright. If I have another run for the Shadow Pin upgrade, I can. You know, Skullomaniac is right over here. I think it's north. There's a Skullomaniac. And we're gonna take it. And that is more or less a debuff, but it will result in us being able to upgrade our Song of Mana, which is what our actual end goal is. What's our level for our song? Our song's level 8. Okay, so the next chest we drop will be the weapon upgrade for the song, which is our actual goal here. We don't actually care if we get to the end as long as we upgrade the Song of Mana. I guess we don't want to get Poppy to 15 minutes surviving so that she can unlock the Song of Mana for the characters. But I think I've already done that. If we can last the 15-minute mark, that will spawn the plants, which should spawn a big enemy automatically. And I suppose there is also the chance that we get a wings drop. For the Shadow Pinion. But that's looking more like a pipe dream. No, 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 okay. Phew. Just need to get one chest to drop, and I am good. That's all I need to do. You, give me a chest. Die. God, I hate this phase. If you don't have enough damage, this phase can be a nightmare to navigate. Although we are giving ourselves enough breathing room. The axe is actually doing quite a bit of... Oh, God! I'm gonna step through the plants. Can't afford to stay there. Take the hit. It's fine. I'm not leveling up. I'm not seeing any big guys. Can this horde thin out, please? If I don't get the one chest I need, I'm gonna be frustrated. At least the horde is a little easier to kill at this point. Oh, a chest dropped back there! Fuck me! See if we can go around. Oh, there was the wings! Oh, I missed the wings! I am panicking. Just give me that fucking chest and we are good to go. How far back did it spawn? Oh, that's quite a ways. Why did it spawn all the way over there? Did I just not see it this whole time? Right, now this should be the upgrade to the Song of Mana. Okay, couple upgrades. Yeah, there it is. And the upgrade is the Manaja. Like in Menage a Trois? So how does that work now? Okay, that is a much better area of effect. We'll take the wings. If we can potentially upgrade the Shadow Pinion to level 8 at this point. I want the armor. You're gonna avoid leveling up the Skullomaniac. Whenever possible. Level up the, if we can level the Pinion to max at this point too, that would also be a boon. Because if we can get those 2 upgrades done in this one run, that would knock off 2 things on my checklist of objectives for this game. The Shadow Pinion evolves the is evolved with the wings. It's getting a little tense, but now we have an evolved weapon. We are actually in a much better position than we were a couple seconds ago. Now, what upgrade do you have for moi? Hopefully a weapon upgrade, because I could use some extra output. I could use that. That's not bad. It's not bad. Killing these golems. Whatever these things are. I guess they're mummies, actually. Shadow Pinion is actually really awkward to use. You really don't want to stop. You do want to keep moving, so having to stop to use it actually really does kind of fuck with you. Alright, we are making progress, though. Alright, so our Pinion's level 6, so if we just level up 2 more times and get a chest, we will complete both of our big to-dos for this run. That would make me happy at the very least, even if we end up not making it to the full 30 minutes. Come on. I don't like those bats pulling everyone closer to me, but it's like the new song is actually doing its part with its AoEs. Lightning Ring is eligible for an upgrade now. We get another big guy. Drop another chest. That would increase our survivability, which would increase our odds of evolving other weapons. King Bible. Axe. Oh, we missed the Pinion upgrade. Whoopsie. That's okay. Now let's get this. Let's get into evolution since I think we have our lightning ring maxed out now. No, I guess I was wrong. Oh, we don't have the upgrade for the lightning ring. That's why. We don't have the upgrade material for it. That was the last one I was thinking of. I don't want to waste the chest I get from this biggie here. But I do want to kill him for that chest, though. Thanks, Krellin. Oh, this is the Bible upgrade. Which means that we will have the rotating Bible all the time in the form of these unholy red flames. And that will just further boost our survivability and damage output. Get the pinion up by 1 level. If we get 1 more level of the pinion, we will get the evolved version of it, which will again check off that item from our list. That is our end goal. Oh, I didn't notice I got 69 treasure. That is very nice. That's very nice. I think we have the candelabra for the axe. So that'll be another upgrade opportunity. We might actually make 2 full runs of this if we get lucky. Although the Skullomania is literally an item that will make life harder on us. Alright. Come at me, bro. As a reminder, I don't actually control the weapons. They are automatic. With the exception of the pinion, which I can control through my movement. Everything else kind of occurs on a cooldown. Let's get another chest. What's this? Oh, we are going to have the pinion evolution. The Valkyrie Turner. Bigger. Okay. Okay. That is an upgrade. I don't think it's worth using the fucking pinion that long for it, but it's a nice upgrade. I'll give it that. Being able to leave fire in our wake, too. That's a good way to keep us alive. Well, that's 2 goals taken down. At this point, I don't actually care if we die. I got what I wanted out of this run. But if we do stay alive, that's just gravy. We do make it the full 30 minutes. Which, there's 5 minutes left in the clock. 5.5 minutes left in the clock, so we just might. We just might make it. Yeah, once you... Really, like, the key to surviving this game and getting to the end is just to get a couple of weapon evolutions. Because almost all the evolutions are incredibly powerful. And once you know what they are, the game, like, once you've discovered them, the game helpfully reminds you of them. So you can plan your route a bit better. Max level 6, needs to get a level 8 before I can upgrade that to the evolution as well. Let's get rid of this big bite boy here. It's gonna give me some trouble if I don't. There you go. This is the next upgrade. I'll take armor. Armor is not bad. Much rather that axe upgrade, though, because the axe is doing damage, and it could do so much more damage if it was evolved. Level 7 axe. Get level 8, but it'll be eligible for an upgrade. And that will be helpful as we get to this final stage of the run. We're in a good position, actually. Although we could probably be at a higher level and have a few more upgrades at this point. I'm not entirely against where we are right now. We're in a decent position. Alright. Alright. Killed 13,000 enemies. Almost 14,000. Level 8 axe. Okay, next time we kill a big boy, we're gonna get an upgrade. Where is our big... No, you're not a big enough boy to drop a chest, I think. Oh no, you drop a chest! Great! Give me my axe upgrade, please. Yes! The Death Sickle. Yes! Now this is gonna chew through some enemies. Look at all these particles. Guess we can max out our armor. Got 2 minutes left on the clock. To answer your question, Krellin, I don't actually control the weapons. I only control my character's movement. The weapons fire on their own on cooldown. The only exception being this one weapon, which triggers when I stop moving. So it is something I control in quotes. It is the only weapon of its kind. The rest of the weapons are automatic on cooldown. We might die. We might die. But we fought valiantly if we do. It's been a very strong run. But as a reminder, my only thing I control is my character's movement and the choices I make on level up. When I'm not making a decision in the menus, I only use WASD. I do not use anything else. We're kind of trapped, and that's not a good indicator of survival, although I guess this is the final minute. So if we end up dying in the final minute, I suppose I'm happy with that. Oh, we're keeping them at bay. So we can probably last this next remaining 30 seconds? This might kill me going for the Skull of Maniac. The amount of AoE we have going out is really keeping them at bay. And I am 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run over. We hit time limit. But we completed the objective. We completed 3 of my remaining objectives in the list in the looks of this. So that was a success. So I've got, looks like 17 more objectives to complete before I've completed the entire list of the game's objectives. But I think that is a good place to wrap up the stream for today. As a reminder, Vampire Survivors is on Steam for the low price of $3. I don't normally say go out and buy these games when I stream, but this is a $3 game that I have put 17 hours in counting, and I'm looking forward to going back in and doing more. So it comes highly recommended by me at the very least. I have been enjoying my entire time playing this game. And if you're in for this, if you're looking at this and thinking this is kind of your thing, you really are. You really aren't losing anything from just trying it out. It is super worth your time. And that is it for the stream tonight. Remember, I am Brandon Carey. Wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, get your vaccine, your booster shot. Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and all lives cannot matter until minority lives matter. Have a great evening, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye!